Hello friends, happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started on these fun strawberry crafts. Really excited to make these with you guys today. Okay, so what I've included in here, there are little hedgehogs included in this kit. Ah, aren't they adorable? All right, so we're going to go ahead and lay this down here. So we're going to be making this little bloom here into a strawberry plant. And so to do that here, we're going to go ahead and fussy cut out some strawberries. I've already cut out some of these. But you are going to go ahead and cut out, you're going to need at least a few, I would say 3, maybe 4 of them. And we're going to kind of aim for more, a variation of sizes. You'll notice that the background of this paper is pink, and so I'm going to try and cut off as much of that pink paper as possible, just because the pink paper doesn't really make sense for this card I'm working with. Okay. The other thing that you're going to want to get out is if you have any watercolors, maybe colored pencils, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coloring part of this flower here, and we're going to be coloring it kind of strawberry plant colored. So the leaves are going to be coloring green, kind of this olive green color, also kind of olive green into kind of like this bright green, and then the flowers we're going to make sure are going to stay kind of white, or if they have to have a little bit of color, a little bit of yellow in the middle. If you'll remember, I don't know if you guys have strawberry plants, but if you happen to have a strawberry plant, you may notice that as you have strawberries that become ripe, you have other flowers on the plant that are not quite, that are, just becoming, flowers, or just starting to turn yellow, or just starting to turn green, as you get green strawberries. So you have all the different stages of your strawberry on the same plant. So that's why we're going to kind of mimic that kind of idea with this plant here. So I'm going to start out by taking some yellow here. And I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to the middle of my flowers here. And if you want to add one more color, you can add like a tiny little bit of maybe some olive green into that. And I may go back in and do that here in just a moment. So this flower here has some kind of little areas that are kind of marked here with the kind of embossed like this in the middle, and that's when I'm applying a little bit of my yellow watercolor to. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pick up my olive tone. I'm keeping a little bit of the yellow on my print brush. I know I'm getting a little bit of the yellow into my olive color of paint there, but that's actually making it so I can have a lighter color of olive, and then as the color here gets wet, I can get this kind of darker color here. Okay, I'm going to color all of my leaves here a little bit kind of olive color. Not coloring my flowers olive. I already had to restart this video a second time because I got overexcited in the first video and colored my flowers green. So I had to start over. I know, so sad. Alright, I learned my lesson. So now we're going to go ahead and just do a little bit more kind of green here. And the other benefit of having a little bit of yellow on your brush when you go into the green is that if you have this kind of green that's Kelly green, which is a really bright green, that you may find that your green is not very olive color. And so as you dip into the olive with a little bit of yellow still in your brush, you actually get more of an olive tone versus a really bright green tone. Okay. If you're going to mix colors, you want to make sure with a clean brush, go into your yellow and then dab in a little bit of the green, the darker color. Alright. A little bit of green left on my brush. I'm going to just dab in a little bit into the very, very center of my flower here because those are turning into strawberries eventually. Right. Oh, isn't that so fun? I just love how it looks just like a little strawberry plant. I have strawberries blooming in my garden right now, so I'm really excited. Most of them are basically flowers or green. So none of them are red yet, but we'll get there. All right. Oh, I'm already loving this. Okay, so now I'm going to fix my, I had left a little bit too much pink on my strawberries there, and that's going to bother me, but that's okay. I know it's not going to be perfect. Sometimes I just get picky about it. I'm like, oh, but you can see it. You can cut into the leaf a little bit, so then that way you're like cutting out as much pink as possible. I just don't think the pink makes sense for this card. Okay, so now I'm going to be gluing my leaves at where the place where the, on the stem where the flower kind of comes to a point, kind of maybe like right here. I'll glue my little strawberries. I think I said leaves before, but I meant my strawberries. Maybe I'll glue my little strawberries kind of like in here, like this. with blue. Some over here. So you can kind of think about where you want to put your little strawberry. So if you want to kind of dangle a couple together, that might be kind of cute. So you can kind of decide what you want to do there. Okay, kind of play that out a little bit. Oh, it's so adorable. So adorable. Okay, so while that is, we're kind of thinking about that, and while your watercolor there is drying, I'm going to go ahead and put this away. And put this away. Okay. Alright, so now on the front of our card base here, this is just a white card base. On the far right side here, I'm going to go ahead and glue on this kind of plaid color gingham colored paper that goes really great with this. The other side is these little strawberries, so you can kind of decide what you think is going to be best. As you lay it on here, you will, I cut this so that there will be an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Now, the green is going to overlap on top of the blue, so that's why I want you to glue down this one first. You have to decide if you want the strawberries on top or if you want the plaid on top, okay? They're both very cute. Oh, the strawberries, it's very enticing, but the strawberries are a different color than these strawberries here. So that's kind of hard to add that lighter pink color into that. I guess I could take some watercolor and do that, but I'm not going to. Though that is really cute. I'm not sure I can get pink into that strawberry. If I can get pink into strawberries, then I will. I'm going to do some testers here, you guys. Let's see if I can. Take my watercolors back out. Shouldn't have put them away. I'm trying to try and match this color on here. Instead of it's like way more pink. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to match that color. So I'm going to try and get this bright pink in here and see. I'm going to do it on this piece of paper, my test paper here. So if you're going to do this too, you're also going to want to type this on the back side and test this. And let's see if we make that much brighter. Hey, that's a little bit closer actually. Not quite, but significantly closer. Well, I think if I do that, and then if I add a little bit of light green to the leaves, I might be able to match that, which should be really cute. I'm going to go ahead and test this. I'm going to add some bright green, and see if I can get the bright green into the bright leaves. And if I can match that color closer, then we'll go ahead and use that paper. Otherwise, we'll use the plaid. I don't know. That green isn't really going to show up very well. I don't know, you guys. I'd be like, oh, that looks so similar, but I don't think it does. I don't know. I might. I think I'll do it anyway. Okay. So I'm going to go in with my little strawberries here. Now you have the choice. You can do the other side too if you're not feeling like you can match that color. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try and match those. I'm going to add some pink in here. Whoops. See, now my brush was dirty and not good to start with. A little bit brighter red as well. A little bit of pink and bright red. And that's going to help me cover up any pink maybe that's maybe around the edge of my paper. It can also help with that. All right. Okay. And then if you're going to add any green, you can go ahead and do that now too. You can also do this with like markers if you have, but again, I recommend practicing on your little scrap pieces, whatever you have left over that you aren't going to cut out and use. So then that way you can really test on, you know, maybe do it on like one of the partial strawberries, one of the ones on the side or something. So that way you're not wasting, you know, your good strawberries. Okay. All right, I'm feeling good about this. My strawberries are much brighter colored now. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go, while those again are drying, I'm going to go ahead and paste this on. So as I paste on my strawberry paper, I'm going to go, or again, if you're doing the plaid side, you can do the plaid side. But I'm going to make sure that there's an 1/8 of an inch border on the three sides, the top, the far left, and the right side. So our card is opening up like this, but there's going to be paper here, and see how there's an 1/8 of an inch border on all three sides there. Okay. Now we're going to lay down the green paper. And then again, we're going to scoot that over. There's going to be an overlap in the middle, but the top and bottom should match up perfectly with your paper, your pattern paper, the far right side. Okay, now we're going to put on our little strawberry plant. Ooh, I maybe should have left that a little bit more white. There's not enough contrast there. I'm going to make this a little bit darker green, you guys. So I'm going to add in some dark. And if you need it to be darker green and you're having a hard time achieving that, you can add in a tiny little bit of black. I know that seems crazy, but it's going to give it a nice dark shade of your olive. Not very much black, but just a little bit. And that's going to give you some nice contrast, especially for our card here where it's going to be basically on the exact same color as my green. Okay. Of course, you can always leave it white. That's an option too. Okay. All right. Okay, now it's time to put on our little strawberries. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a tiny little bit of glue on the back side, my little berries there. Thinking about where I want those to kind of sit again at my little crevices, wherever like kind of maybe the, well, here the little berry's going to be hanging off the little edge of the little tendril there. Well, maybe not. But like, again, where any of like the little stems are kind of coming to a point. Okay, I think I'm going to do 2 berries there. Alright, so this is what I've ended up with. So one here at the top, one right here in the middle, and 2 together at the bottom there. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and place that on there. And I'm going to kind of do it kind of off to the side a little bit. Okay, you might want to do it on there. I'll do it right there. I'm seeing now I'm still just not having quite enough contrast because on the paper there, you can still not quite see. So I need to add another color in here. I think I'm add a little bit of blue into my stem, which I know seems weird, but there's blue in our background paper over here, in the background of this. So that's why I think it's going to be okay to add a tiny little bit of blue into my stem here. It's going to make it just a little bit darker. And I know that technically the strawberry leaves are the wrong color. I do know that, but that's okay. We're paying closer attention to the fact that it's a strawberry plant. You can always cut off the leaf if you don't like them. Alright. And now my leaf is way more olive blue, but it's going to be a nice heavier contrast for the front of my card. Oh, we did that together, you guys. Okay. As long as our flowers are still white. Alright, I need to dry my paper here, or my work surface here. Okay, now I am for real going to put my watercolor palette away. Alright, so while we're working on that, and now we're going to be, or while we're working on that drying, rather, we're going to go ahead and fussy cut out a little one of these hedgehogs. I love these little guys. So I've included several in here because the next card is we're going to use a lot more of them. And so I'm going to go ahead and put those to the side, and we'll come back to using those in just a few moments. Okay. So down here we're going to put our little hedgehog. Then we're going to have our little message that's going to go across. So it said very sweet wishes. So you can kind of decide how you want to do this. You can kind of do like a cute little banner where you kind of cut like a little triangle out of the end, so it kind of looks kind of like a little chevron. Or you can kind of leave it as is and kind of wrap it inside and do a cute little chevron on the end. So you can kind of play around with your kind of design there. So I'm going to have my little hedgehog. He's going to be like holding the little berry plant. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And so I really don't want it to kind of mess up my little sentiment here or kind of block it. Okay, so I'm going to kind of scoot that over a little bit so that the berry maybe is near the word berry. And my little hedgehog here, I can always trim my little stem down if I need to. Okay, so he's going to be there peeking out from one of my little strawberries. It's so cute. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I do like the idea of having this little banner on the inside, even though I know it's going to be white on white. It's okay. because it's a different shade of white, weirdly enough. I think I'll be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue down on my little banner there. I'm going to say he's probably going to fit right about here. I'm going to fold that over. So my banner is inside like that. Make sure that's actually straight there. I'm going to stick one across, and so that there's just a little bit of a border there, but the word "but Berry Sweet Wishes" is going to be right up against the edge there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just glue that down. I decided not to do a chevron on the front because I thought that would be too distracting from the berries. I'm going to go ahead and stick my little hedgehog down here on the side, and then I'm going to have my little, oh, maybe I want him down a little bit here, and I'm going to have him holding his little stems there. And then you can arrange your little berry plant and glue it in place. If you want it hanging over the edge, you can kind of decide where you want that to go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add some glue onto the backs of my little flowers there. Backs of my little flower. I'm going to place one at a time here so that I can really make sure to organize my little flowers so that they kind of make sense. Oh, I just realized my little flower ripped, or my stem ripped just a little bit, but that's okay. That's because I was being a little rough with it. And I'm actually stretching the flower stem in a direction it probably doesn't want to go, but I want it to go this way. So I'm doing it anyway. Oh my gosh, so cute. And there we have our little guy. And I'm seeing here that I have a tiny little boo-boo that is something I messed up. So I think I'm going to add in another little hedgehog to kind of cover that up. And you guys could always just do a little single hedgehog, but because I messed up, I'm going to do another one. Well, maybe it's kind of like it's a couple saying hi to another couple, or maybe it's like two friends. And you're like, yeah, berry sweet wishes, and you can have another. Oh my gosh, okay, hold on. Sorry, you guys, I gotta have a little guy up here too. So I'm gonna have these guys here because they're like friends. So cute. I have to have another one here at the top. Oh, sorry, it just like suddenly came to me. So cute. All right. So I'm gonna put some glue on the back side here, and he's gonna peek on the top. If you can just do two if you want, but I have to have a third. It just makes sense. Okay, then to finish off the card, we're going to wrap this ribbon. Oh my gosh, this card is ridiculously cute. It goes from the top into the inside. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go like scream at Taylor and be like, look what I made! Ah! I'm just going to tie a little knot here. There's not a whole lot of ribbon. Just enough to add a little sparkle. And if you have a little bit of glitter, you can add a tiny little bit of glitter onto like the centers of your little flowers. I'm just making this just to add a little bit of interest. And I'm just going to spread it up just a little bit. Alright, there you are, you guys. There is the card. First card. It's so cute. I'm so happy with it. You can also add a tiny little strawberry on the inside. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and do that. I'm going to do the painted strawberry I was testing on earlier. That way it's the right color, and I'm not going to have to look out my watercolors again. So that's actually kind of a benefit. If you were going to do a tester, you could have tested it on a full strawberry because then it'd be ready to go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the inside. So cute. Alright, you guys, that's card number 1. On to the next one.